People admire you, but deep inside you still feel empty, and this sounds familiar. And this video is for you if you are constantly overworking, overstudying, trying to succeed and achieving your goals, but still feel empty somewhere and feel dissatisfied with yourself. This session is for you, and today we will discuss about psychological reasons behind it. I'm registered psychotherapist qualified in Ontario. I work with performance psychology, anxiety, motivation, and especially with people who have high expectations from themselves and who are performing under pressure. In other words, I'm working with people who look strong from outside but carry a heavy emotional load inside. And if you are someone who constantly trying to do their best, push forward, and who feels like you can't stop, who always wants more, you are in the right place. So who is an overachiever? Let's define this clearly first. An overachiever is someone who always aims for more and feel guilty when they are resting or they are trying to relax, and lives with a constant sense of not enough. This might build their identity around success, but the most important part is that no matter what they achieve, it never feels enough. And this is where the problem begins. So why they feel as if their success is not enough, and what's happening in their brain, and why it might be caused. Do you know why success is not enough? Because the issue is not success. The issue is trying to fill an internal void with external achievements, and that never works. And many overachievers will grow up learning that I'm valuable if I succeed, I'm loved if I perform well, or maybe they just constantly were exposed to situations where they had to stay strong, and this might have become their automatic behavior in maybe they were working or studying or were raised in situations where it wasn't allowed to rest, they didn't have opportunity to take rest, and their mind have automatically coded that I'm not valuable for who I am, but I'm valuable for what I do. That's why success will give them a temporary relief, but never would create lasting satisfaction. So your brain might be working like this. You set a goal, you achieve it, and you feel a short burst of happiness when you achieve it, and then it fades, and immediately and you are setting a new goal, trying to achieve a new goal, and this becomes a dopamine driving loop, because more success doesn't mean more peace for you. It often leads to deeper emptiness when you achieve the goal. And it might be related with identity challenges. If you have somewhere coded in your brain that your identity or worth is related to the success that you are achieving, maybe you think that I'm a successful person, and then when if you are not able to achieve your goal 100%, you would start to assume and exaggerate yourself, telling that I'm a failure, and then failure becomes I'm nothing. So therefore maybe it can be challenging for you to slow down, to sit, to rest, and just because of it you are overworking, over functioning, and overdoing, because deep inside there is a fear. If I stop achieving, who would I be? And since maybe since you haven't done it before, there is an uncertainty, and anything that is uncertain is accepted by brain as something to feel anxious, to feel scared, and as you are avoiding rest or relaxation, your anxiety even increases even more, and maybe even rest can be accepted as something that might lead to danger or a situation that might feel you uncomfortable. And many overachievers are actually trying to escape from these uncomfortable feelings of emptiness or inadequacy or worthlessness, or just not knowing what is it, and avoiding any uncertainty or any situation that they haven't been before. So success is not a goal, it's a coping mechanism for them. and how this cycle exhausts you. Over time, this leads to nothing feels enough anymore. You become harsh with yourself, you start to criticize yourself, and you feel constant pressure, and you might have burnout. And the hardest part is that you might start to question yourself, why am I not happy anymore? Even if I'm achieving these goals, even if I'm doing everything, why I don't feel that sense of peace and happiness? And here what you can do about it to understand yourself better, to set new goals, and to change your relationship with success maybe, and to understand what is your identity, and to become aware of some unhelpful thoughts or beliefs that you might have related with success or with yourself. So you need to understand that you are not your achievements, you are not your thoughts, you are not your feelings. Asking yourself, if I achieved nothing, would I still be valuable, is a powerful question, because your identity, your worth is not related to success that you are having. Uh, goals can be goals cannot define whoever you are. If we are failing, or if we are not achieving success 100%, it can be just an information that carries whatever we need at that moment to fail. And it's quite normal for people not to perform at the same level all the time, and each time when we are not able to complete our goals, we can see just as information that we can better understand which skills we need to develop, and we can accept it as an information that can help us to grow. And at the point that you realize it, that your success is not uh, related with your identity or with your worth, it will be easier to change relationship with these thoughts that will pop up in your head, telling that you are a failure, you are not worthy if you are not succeeding. Or it can also help you to stop overworking, to stop overdoing, and to take time for yourself. And also asking who I want to be in these struggles. What's really important for me? What's meaningful for you? For instance, if you could glance at your life from the point where you are 50 years old, 60 years old, what you would like to include in your life, what would make your life meaningful, and then you can set some time or include those meaningful factors that you assume as important in your daily goals, and maybe this might help you to feel this sense of meaning. And for instance, when you set your goals with the values or with what is important for you, you will not feel as empty as before, even if you don't achieve this goal or outcome for 100%, because you will be still moving in that direction, and this doesn't mean a failure. And shifting your focus from external success to your values, to meaning, to connection, and asking yourself, what kind of person do I want to be in this situation, can help to break this loop of constantly pushing yourself forward and forcing yourself to overwork, overstudy. And for instance, if you have chosen that I want to be a kind person, I want to be a supportive person, I want to be a responsible person, using these features that you want to see in yourself with your goals might help you to feel more fulfilling, more feeling this meaning that you want to see in yourself. And it's also important to stop avoiding your emotions. Instead of suppressing them, trying to understand what you feel in certain situations, because emotions are carrying information about what we care about, whom we care about, and what we need. And when we look deeper at our emotions, look more closer, they actually lose their power, they lose their grip, and it creates more psychological flexibility and a space for you to move more easily, even in the presence of uncomfortable feelings. And you don't have to be perfect in order to feel good enough. you are good enough. Good enough is enough, and this creates freedom. For instance, you can always try to reach the north, but you may never be able to reach it because there will be always a way of approaching the north even more. And in that sense, values are becoming like compass, and even if you cannot achieve that destination, you will not feel empty at that point. And learn to pause. Can you can you, for instance, sit still and do nothing? It might be uncomfortable at the first point, but you will slowly teach your brain that even if you are not always trying to study or work, you are actually, there is nothing dangerous about it, and it will get easier for you to relax or to rest after some time. And even if that makes you uncomfortable, by exposing yourself to these uncomfortable feelings and situations, you will slowly teach your brain to stay with discomfort and to learn to take rest, to relax. And real fulfillment comes from being at peace with yourself, with your internal sense of worth. Meaningful relationships, self acceptance, and not all the time from success. And the most important thing is your relationship with yourself. If this video was helpful for you, don't forget to subscribe, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them in the comments. And remember, you are not just what you achieve, you are already valuable as you are. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with the people with whom you think might benefit from it. See you in the next videos, and take good care of yourself.